Hey guys, good afternoon. I hope everybody's doing great. I hope you guys are as excited as I am to be writing these grants tonight. And for those of you who don't know because you haven't kept up, I know it's been a busy weekend, but one of the things we're going to be doing tonight, for those of you who purchased the Vision Book Journal, which is an amazing book, I don't always say that, but it is an amazing journal for those of you who need to start to hold yourself accountable for traction in your life. So I could have just went out there and said, "Hey guys, I got this new book. You should buy it." But I wanted to do something different. One, because I realized today I really do love to train. I really do love to teach. I really do love to see people go from being in a place where they don't think certain things in life are possible for them to go into a place where they realize that anything is possible. And so if you're one of those individuals who want the money to build your business, want the money to hire a coach, want the money to get your website done, you want all these things, but it doesn't necessarily seem like it's possible for you, that you need to be at tonight's session. And all you have to do to get a bonus opportunity to attend is to buy the Vision Book Journal, which you need anyway to keep you on pace with manifesting your visions, to keep the visions in front of you day over day, month over month, regardless, regardless as to what distractions are happening in your life. So you still have time to grab a ticket. If you already grabbed a ticket, check your email from Danielle Winningham. Your girl power should be coming through any minute. And that's going to be your link to join tonight. I'm super excited because not only are we going to show you how to correctly represent yourself when it comes to requesting grants, but we're also going to show you some tips and tricks on how to be ready because these doggone grants, sometimes you got 30 days notice, and sometimes you may stumble upon a grant the day of and the day before. And if you're not ready, if you're not doing those things that'll keep you ready, you'll miss opportunities simply because you'll say, well, it's the last minute, the deadline is midnight, I don't have time. So we're going to be showing you also some tips and tricks on what you can do to stay ready. So whenever those opportunities appear, you can get your name in a hat because that's what it boils down to. And I hope you guys got an opportunity to catch my keynote at the Ignited Women's Telesummit earlier. But I talked about how women-owned businesses and minority-owned businesses, guys, we're dying by paper cuts. And what I mean by that is that we don't know the right way to submit documentation. We don't know what to say on the documentation. We don't know how to put in an application for this or an application for that. And what it's doing is it's stunting our business growth. So the knowledge on how to correctly apply for grants, on how to correctly get your business certification, on how to correctly get access to business credit, those are the things we don't know. And unfortunately, the things that we don't know is keeping us from getting access to the capital. Money to build your business is not a nice to have. Capital for technology, capital for marketing, capital for advertising is not a nice to have. It is a must have if you want to be competitive. Has there ever been a time where McDonald's did not run commercials? Has there ever been a time where Nike didn't advertise? So nowadays, more than ever, it is critical that you have the revenue you need to make your business competitive. I want to give you guys an example real quick. And if you haven't already shared the broadcast, make sure you share the broadcast because even if you don't want to come, even if you say, Coach, I'm busy, Coach, I don't want to come tonight, somebody in your circle not only wants, but needs this information. So you're doing them a great favor when you share the broadcast. But what I want to tell you is that The more you sow into your business, the more your business is going to grow. And I wish that when I was growing my business, I knew that, because I knew that I could go and get grant money. My business would be even bigger than it is now, because what I've had to do is build my business using the bootstraps. I've had to build my business. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you for sharing and starting a watch party. I had to build my business, robbing my household, working extra, doing things that I didn't necessarily want to do, but I felt like I had to do to build the business, because I wasn't aware of that there are so many grant opportunities out there for a for-profit. I thought grants was a nonprofit thing. And if you watch my keynote earlier, you'll see what I said. Generational wealth, it can't keep being an option for us. It's got to be mandatory. But let me tell you this. You could have the best product in the world. You could have the best cake, the most awesome cleaning service, the best coaching, the best hair care product, the best skincare product. And if you don't have the advertising budget, if you don't have the marketing dollars, if you don't have the branding wherewithal to get your product out and in front of people, very unfortunately, it may be a product that doesn't even compare to your product, that leaves you twisting in the wind. It may be a product that's not as good as your product, that everybody thinks the best, because you can't get your product out there because you have a limited budget. And I said it earlier, I understand it, because we've got so many things competing against us. But that's why we have to be creative and finding a way to generate the revenue we need to compete. So if you haven't already bought your book, go to bit.ly/2020 Vision Book. Cooking. That was the alarm. So if you haven't already got an opportunity to go and grab your vision board journal, go to bit.ly/2020 Vision Book. Grab your book. We're going to be sending out the link again in about 20 minutes. So you still got time to grab something to drink, grab a snack. This is a working session. What does that mean, Coach? That means not only are we going to provide you with the links to 6 current grants, I'm going to show you how to fill those grants out, some tips and tricks on what you can do so that you're always ready for that next grant opportunity, and what you need to do in your business to make sure you increase your chances of getting a yes. Guys, there's so much money out there. If there's not a day that goes by that my grant search team doesn't come up with another grant, another grant, another grant, for restaurants, for teachers, for people in rural communities, for people in small communities, for people in disenfranchised community. So you'll be surprised what you're eligible for, and you'll be surprised what's out there. I think the grants tonight, I think it's 6, and they total 2,500 plus each. All of them expired at some point, I think at the end of October. So it's a great time for you to get in. Don't miss your mark. If you're somebody that's been saying you need access and you need capital, this is your opportunity. So make sure you go to bit.ly/2020 Vision Book. I'll come back on about 5 minutes before we start the session to make sure everybody has their link. But don't miss the opportunity to get the revenue and the capital you need to grow your business. And I'll see you guys in the session in just a minute.